Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zach with PCBros, and today I have a mic to review. I'm very excited about this, as well as this mic arm sent to me by Fifine. So both of these were sent to me to unbox, review, and I'm going to be doing a sound test at the end as well. But right before we do the unboxing, let me go over these two things real quick. This is Fifine's AM8 USB and XLR mic here. It does have that little RGB rim on the bottom, which is really nice touch. This is a cool competitor in more of the budget range for these standalone mics here for gaming, for podcasting, for streaming. So $55 is a really good price, especially we have a lot of experience with Fifine products. This mic right here is Fifine as well. If you have experience with like an Elgato mic or maybe a Blue Yeti or something like that, I think you will be pleasantly surprised with this mic brand because the quality is really good. We are very much enjoying them. I haven't tried this one out yet, but we will see here on the sound tests. We also got sent the BM88. This is their low profile mic arm, so it's a lot smaller. You can hide the cables through the bottom, and it looks really sleek. And for another $57 almost, you're gonna get the full aesthetic and sound that you're really going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the unboxing. I'm gonna switch the cam to overhead. We're gonna see what they sent us. All right, so here is the glorious packaging here on the AM8. Very easy to open, pretty nice. We just got the booklet right here on top, nothing too crazy. We have the stand here on top as well. Feels pretty good, just has the screw on here. We won't be using the stand. We have something better. And right here is the mic. So very simple packaging, not really over packaged. We do have the cable in here as well. It doesn't come with the XLR, I don't believe, but this build quality feels really good. I'm actually really impressed with it. It's a little bit different than the one I'm using right now. I believe the one I'm using now is more expensive option of theirs, but on the back here, this looks to be a mute button, maybe a tap to mute. And then this is brightness for the RGB on the bottom here. You have the volume knob. We also do have the headphone knob as well for playback. And now we got this really nice foam piece here on the top that can slide right off, but this looks pretty aesthetic here. Look at that, I like that. Yeah, so on the bottom here, we have the little spot where it can screw onto the stand, very easy. And then you have a nice option for just your desk. This will work just fine, but you kind of do have to lean in a little bit, I'm sure, and then talk into the top here to get the best sound. Monitor arms are great because it's always right where it needs to be. If you are a content creator of any type, I would recommend getting the monitor arm. If you're just a gamer and want something just affordable and standalone, this looks like it will do it just fine. Now on the bottom here, we have the USB-C connection, which is probably going to be how most people are going to be connecting this. And then we have the headphone jack, and then we have the XLR connection right here. I'm going to be testing it with just what they gave me. So I'm going to plug this in just so you can get an idea on how it looks. We're not going to be doing the sound test just yet. Yeah, so the back here, if you tap it, that's the unmute. This is the mute button. That's kind of nice. I like how it is not a button, it's just a little sensor tap, and then it can glow. But this one is pretty big and obvious. You'll know if you're muted or not. So when I'm tapping it here, it's switching through the different options. This is like a regular RGB option. It's kind of hard to tell because it's bright in here. I might turn the light off in a second. But yeah, that's pretty nice. This is a very simple to use microphone here. It feels really good quality. And for $55, this is actually pretty nice. We have one more thing to open here. This is, so let me clear the way. This is the low profile mic arm here. Mic arms, again, are great if you are really serious about more content creation, or if you don't like to lean in, or if your desk's kind of low and you're playing games, you don't have to lean in every time you're talking. Having the mic right where it needs to be at all times is pretty essential, and for about $57 upgrade, it might be worth it. Let's find out. All right, got the little directions on top here. I'll probably read those later. So it looks like some assembly is required for this one. I can show you here in real time how this assembly is going to work, but it has a hardware box. It has the product itself right here. This looks like where you're connecting where the mic is, and I believe this is as long as it actually is. This is not too bad at all. This compared, I'm looking over at the one on the desk right now, and I believe we do have one of these, and I like this because you can feed the cable through and hide it quite nicely. So yeah, let's see what is in this box, but this is how big it is. It's very low profile. Yeah, so here is the clamp. This is a pretty high quality feeling clamp. You do have logo on the side here, which is pretty minimal. It's not too intrusive, just normal clamp like any monitor arm or anything like that. I like the handle here where it's not too small. Sometimes they give you one that's too small, hard to crank. You can really get leverage with this, so I do like that. And this is where you're actually connecting the arm right here, just a little clip in. So that is pretty simple. There will be some screws as well. So this is the part that connects the mic to the mic arm. And this part just came right off. Connect it to this side, tighten it, and now you have the screw on part here for the mic, and you can adjust it, of course. Aesthetically, it looks really cool. And then the last part, which I'm not really gonna do right now, I'm gonna do that on my setup in a second, is the clamp. So you're just gonna choose where you want this. It does have the pad, like a little soft pad here on the bottom, and you are going to click this on. I think there might be one screw. I'm gonna clear the path here so we can set this up and do a quick sound test and see how this thing is. But so far I'm very impressed. I love the look. It does not feel budget at all. So let's go ahead and get to a sound test. Okay, so now I have it all set up. It was extremely easy to set up. You did have to add a little screw to the stand where it connects to the desk, and that's just a little tension screw so it doesn't wobble. And I did use the Allen keys it came with to tighten some of the joints, but it might be a little too tight, but now it feels pretty good. Now I believe I'm supposed to be talking to the top and not the side, but I could be wrong about that. So I'm gonna kind of change my orientation a little bit, but you kind of don't want to touch it too much. But yeah, I am very impressed with the looks and the quality for $55, and then another like $57 for the arm. This is not a bad deal at all, especially if you are looking for something to get you started or skyrocket your gaming and content creation a little bit. I mean, we're using one of their, I don't know which one exactly, but we're using one of theirs full time in this voiceover room right here. So all of the ad spots, the shorts, any other things that ToastyBros are doing, full time Fifine, you know? So they do have strictly like gaming mics as well, and they do have a lot of options in a really good price range. Now they do have a super budget boom arm right here. This is similar to the one I got when I first started. Like it's the metal one. Something I don't like about that is those springs make noise, which can be annoying. Now it looks like they have a lot of cool mic options. Maybe I will do more reviews later, but this company I like quite a bit. Now I'm going to pull up the Elgato options, like the Wave 3, are quite a bit more money. We have used these before too, and for a fraction of the cost, this is feeling very similar, if not just as good as these. And with the similar design, you see they're being a little competitive here. I'm not saying this one's bad at all. We like Elgato a lot too, but if you're a person trying to get into it and not wanting to go the most expensive, probably name brand options right off the bat, this one will do pretty much everything else that you need to do, but just as good and for a fraction of the price. We do have a lot of Elgato products too, so again, this is not dogging on them. Blue Yeti, but I still think this mic is better than that too. And this one is $100+, but this used to be kind of the meta back in the day. Maybe it still is. Fifine is really killing it in this space right now with the price and the quality that they're presenting. This is pretty awesome. I'm excited to listen to the playback here, so I'm going to end this recording, listen to it, and then give my opinion on how that sounded. All right, that sounds really good. I'm pretty happy with that. The one thing I did notice is anytime I play with the stand, you do hear that quite a bit. So just keep in mind, don't fidget with this like I do or I did. Keep it still and you will be just fine. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this unboxing and review. Thank you again to Fifine for sending us these, and I think they are really good. If you are trying to get affordable options for content creating / gaming, look at Fifine. They are doing good stuff. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.